Get funky. Let's get funky. Let's play some chess. 15-13. What should I play here? Let's respond with a little d5 action. I used to do crazy things in response to c4, like the Albin counter gambit, which is e5 and then d takes e, d4. But lately, I've kind of been slowing my roll. Slowing my roll? Yeah, I think that's an expression. Slowing my roll. I'll have to look that one up afterwards. Okay, so the problem here is this light square bishop, which I've seen games. I don't know the theory to this, but I've seen games where they try and fianchetto and then somehow release through the center. And if it ever gets released, it's usually a pretty good game for black. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try and do that. I'm going to try and release the beast. Release the beast! What about c5 here? Is that a decent move? C takes D, E takes D, knight takes, knight takes. I think I've got it covered. I'm going to try this, because if he takes C... Wait, how about let's put the rook on the C file first, and then do it, just for prophylactic purposes. Oh, he says no, thank you, sir. Maybe I should have just played this. Maybe I should have just played the break there. All right, maybe do this then. Get the rook opposite the queen and play e5. You can't play f4. The knight's blocking it. So I think this is going to try. I think I'm going to try and make the break here. Try and release the position. Let's take with the knight. And if knight takes, got to play bishop takes. And then what? I got to be careful about this D file though. What about... Yeah, I got to be real careful here. What about D4? What if he just moves the knight? Okay, let's get the queen off this file here. But where shall she go is the question. Because I liked the rook opposite the queen on the e-file. I don't really want to lead with her. Do I have time for something else? Not really. What about c5 here? Then that gets ugly on the... I'm going to play d4. I think it's just calling for it. And then if he plays knight here, I'll play knight takes. Actually, I won't play knight takes, because then he takes the bishop, then he takes with the bishop, and I can't play c5, which is something I've been trying to do for a long time. So I'll wait for... I mean, my queen can just recapture the knight on f6 if he takes it. And then these bishops are just pointing straight to Browntown. Browntown? I call that the king side. The king side is Browntown in my world, in my book. If he just moves the knight back, should I still just play c5? Or should I play pawn takes? No, because then he gets to, well, pawn takes would lose automatically with bishop takes h7. Is the knight trapped? If I play b5, he has so many pieces on b5, so that's not an option. I think I'm just going to try and keep that knight bad with this move. Okay, the bishop has been released upon the world. The bishop has been released. This pawn chain looks good. I mean, he never really wants to play. Okay, now he might want to play that. I need to get my queen doing something here. He just took away e4 from me. But I could play knight g5, which looks pretty good, except for the fact that he's about to take h7 here. So what if I just play h6? I wish my queen were on this long diagonal, this monster of a diagonal. I could tie down the queen to the knight by playing queen d7 and then queen c6. Or I could just play h6 and then knight g4. What looks better? What looks better? I gotta get this queen off this d file. I'm gonna try this. Hopefully that'll create some weaknesses, some light square weaknesses once I get the queen. Well, luckily I have this tempo, so I don't think I am losing the exchange here. Now the C file is kind of different. It's just different than what it was, so I think after I get this tempo, I'll just play rook c d1, d8, rook c8, d8, rook c d8. I think that's the correct way to say that. Again, the queen is tied down here. If the queen moves, I snag the knight. The knight's out of place. The knight doesn't have very many squares. That seems like a bad move. Because now this pawn is passed. Can I just win this pawn? If I play knight takes, he can play bishop takes. So hold on a second. Hold on a second. I see. I see. Alright. I gotta get this light square bishop out of here. How am I gonna do that? Well, it doesn't look killer. Now I think I'm threatening to take this pawn. Knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes. And he has to respond to this bishop on the rook. I have 5 minutes. Okay, so now just knight takes. I believe. Okay, so I can play knight d2, Does that do anything for me? Is there a sacrifice? I don't think so. What about the simple move d3? Where's the queen gonna go? I don't want to overextend it though. The knight d3. The queen moves d2. d3 opens this bishop though. Something to think about. What if I just come back here? I'm a pawn up. I'm down on time. Something to keep in mind. The queen isn't doing much. My queen isn't doing much. Their queen is doing too much, probably. Okay, that move doesn't do much. Do I want to play a move like G6? Probably not. He stops D3. Let's just simplify it a little bit because I'm a pawn up. His pieces are just really bad. Oh, that's bad too, though. I just lost the pawn. Because the knight was protecting h7. Ah! Darn it. It's going to be pretty equal. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, what's better here? King F, or King H? F8 or H8? Okay. I mean, my pieces are better than his pieces. I think it's pretty easy to say that. So if I can get this queen doing something, if I can get this queen on the long diagonal, it looks pretty good. Simplify it even more if I can. His bishop isn't doing anything. His knight's going to be out of the game for a while. Then my knight on f6 needs to get into a better place. Let's improve the king. Looks like we'll be coming down to an endgame here. Knight e4 looks good. This d pawn is going to have to be. It's going to have to do something. That's probably my biggest advantage at this point. Okay. What is this bishop doing? Not mucho would be my first thought. Where does the knight want to go? But I want to get the knight trapped. Maybe here. The knight looks to be pretty installed there for a while. I'm down on time, so let's go. Let's get going a little bit. But his pieces are not very good. Maybe reroute the knight to f4 and finally get that bishop to move. Improve this bishop to okay. It's looking good. It's looking good. Can I play d3 and get that pawn going somewhere, or is that a little too ambitious? I also need to be able to pick up this pawn on c4. Alright, I hope this works, guys. I hope it works. A6 might be a useful move. He can't take it. The knight's pinned. This is a very nice little endgame, I think. Although it's now kind of falling apart. Shoot. Shoot, shoot, shoot. That move might save it. If he plays takes, I can play knight takes, bishop takes. I'm threatening f4, forking pieces, and the knight's pinned. So he could do that. That move is weird to me. Only have 46 seconds. It's time to start cooking. It's time to start brewing the biscuits. Brewing the biscuits. What am I saying? Takes. I'm assuming he'll play pawn takes, and then I'm going to play f4, which wins the knight. No, I'm not. Drastic measures need be taken. Now he can play pawn takes. Oh no, I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose on time. I'm not sure the position is terrible, but I did not see bishop takes f5. Did not see bishop takes f5. That's on me. That's on me, ladies and gents. This is going to be my only hope. Gosh darn it, that stupid bishop. Stupid bishop. Knight's still pinned. I'm going to have to work some late game magic. The knight just got trapped. But if he moves the king there, I'll take this knight, so I guess it's not the worst thing that's ever happened to me. 17 seconds left. Oh boy, it's coming apart. It's coming apart. I did my best. I did my best. It's coming apart. Man, oh man, I thought I had it, but I definitely didn't. Definitely didn't. I got some serious work to do. Yeah, this is just lost. Completely lost. Down on time. Down on position. 3 pawns down. No bueno. I did my best. And that's all you can ask. That's all you can ask. Just do your best. Don't make it easy for him. Just do your best. That's game. Well, well, what are you gonna do? Maybe next time.